You mentioned that it is used differently in China. Can you explain a bit more about that and what we can learn from that?
Well, I think it's simply a different platform in other countries. And, some of the dangers of social media that we read about for younger viewers may not be manifested in the same way on that platform in another country where it's used more as an educational tool. Whereas in the United States and across Europe, it's really a social tool and perhaps a media tool that produces content that clearly is very effective. And, I think personally, the opportunity for a Western company to develop something that is better than TikTok is the opportunity to displace that platform. I think whenever you ban something, the user is going to find a way around it. So I would count on the ingenuity, the ability of entrepreneurs to build something better. So TikTok becomes something of yesterday, the way a lot of social media platforms have become yesterday's news after a couple of years.
Well, and to your point, I think there are fewer restrictions in governments like China. I certainly, remember being in Shenzhen where you can cross the street, get a ticket, and it's deducted from your account before you've even gotten to the other side for jaywalking. So I think the use of things like, facial profiling, et cetera, is really much more advanced there, shall we say. When you think about whether it's the new players in this space or some of the areas of espionage, ransomware, we hear about that a lot. To what extent is that really an issue? And are there particular industries? You mentioned, of course, payments. Anything else where you're seeing new threats emerge?
Well, you mentioned ransomware, and ransomware has grown exponentially over the last 7 years, with year-on-year growth approaching 15% per annum, growing from a few billion to now multi-billion in terms of the impact it has on our society each year. And with regard to ransomware, the ability to use machine learning and AI to produce links and downloads that are not discernible in terms of the average person downloading them only creates more opportunity for what is a very profitable business for these organizations. A number of adversarial nation states fund their operations based on ransomware. And yes, the blockchain remains an avenue of illicit activity for payment of ransomware. So, notwithstanding where the price is on cryptocurrency, it's still, whether you're paying 1 or 10 whether you're paying 1 or 10 really doesn't matter. It's an avenue of illicit activity that enables the attacker to obfuscate their location. And even if you identify the location, the ability to go out and issue a subpoena for most of these countries is virtually impossible.